Hi there, viewers. Welcome to live chat session. I won't be able to take your questions or read your comments today. I'm already late. My apology. I had some engagements, private engagements, so I had to be there. That's why I'm late. Hopefully, tomorrow I'll be back right on time. Three main news stories. I'll just speak on these three topics. I'll take your questions, comments tomorrow. Firstly, Somalia is playing a new card against Somaliland and Ethiopia. Obviously, purpose is that Somalia wants to stop implementation of Ethiopia Somaliland MOU. It wants to create divisions in Somaliland, in Ethiopia. What is this new card about? Secondly, how is the conflict in Amhara affecting the region, the activities in the region, and how is the conflict in Oromia affecting the region? I have two reports for you from Amhara and Oromia regions. So stay with me. I'll update you about the impact of the ongoing conflicts in the two regions. Nahum Architects join. Welcome, Nahum Architects from Addis Ababa. Nahum Architects. Let me start, viewers. I won't be able to take your questions. Again, I'm saying tomorrow we'll be back with usual regular live chats. Damascus Dinka joined as well. Damascus, Nahom are very regular viewers. Keep me going. Uh, Mba says, "Hi Sajid. I asked earlier if Houthis will collude with Ethiopian ambition towards Red Sea. Well, Houthis are collaborating with Al Shabaab. CNN claim, US intelligence sources claim. So, if Houthis are partnering with Al Shabaab, will they partner with Ethiopia too? I don't think so. So, there are different conspiracy theories are being floated, I think. US wants to solidify its naval presence in the Red Sea. That is why maybe it has come up with this report that the Houthis wants to form alliance with Al Shabaab. Basically, I think US wants to consolidate its deployment in this region. Uh, Yini Musica joined after some time. How are you, Yuni? Yini, I did not see you in recent live chats. Tekle, Goetom, Adib, all is well. Yes, Adib. Bashe, how are you, Bashe? Let me start, viewers. Kinadid says, hello, Indian guy. I am not Indian, by the way, but hello, how are you? Uh, Firstly, Somalia is going to do whatever it can to stop the implementation of the MOU. That is what Somalia said, by the way. It said no matter what happens, whether fight against Al Shabaab is disrupted, it does not matter. Somalia wants to stop Ethiopia from recognizing Somaliland. Yes, Brian Ibs, I'm late. That's why no questions, no comments. Very late. Yes, I'm late by more than 90 minutes today. So tomorrow I'll be right on time. No matter what happens, Somalia wants to stop the implementation of MOU. And we heard from Somalia's military officers, leaders a few months ago that they will do whatever they can, whether it amounts to waging war or it amounts to creating conflicts in the two, uh, in Ethiopia and Somaliland. Somalia won't let the MOU be implemented. Ahmed Fiqi is the newly appointed foreign minister of Somalia, appointed a few months ago. And since his appointment, he has been very busy criticizing Ethiopia, criticizing Somaliland. And Ahmed Fiqi today played another card. He wants to create divisions in Somaliland so that Somaliland people are not united against, are not united in support of the MOU. Thank you, JL Wami. Really, I follow your analysis and reports. Thank you. Uh, Samale Somali. So, what is this new card about? This is not a new thing, by the way. So, I've been working on it for some time, but I think in the ongoing situation, this new card is very important. Somalia, federal government of Somalia, Mogadishu, is ready to recognize new federal member states, FMS. We know that federal member states in Somalia are. Let me read one comment. H8 says, Hi Sajid, I am Ridwan Rashid in Hargasa. We love how you update on issues about Somaliland. Thank you, H8. Do get in touch with me through my email. I would like to stay in touch with you. If you think anything is being missed, do stay in touch with me. Uh, Ahmed Fiki is very critical of Ethiopia. People say he is one of the hawks in Somalia, hawks in the government, and he is known for taking very strong positions against Ethiopian government, against Somaliland. Somalia is ready to recognize new federal member states. Federal member states are like Southwest State, Puntland, Jubaland, Gulmudug, etc. Mogadishu is ready to recognize new federal member states. Where? In Puntland, in Southwest State, in Jubaland, where? Vicky mentioned two zones, SSC Khatomo, eastern part of Somaliland, which is relatively independent now. Last year, there was heavy fighting between Somaliland forces, SSC Khatomo fighters. Dozens of Somaliland forces were taken prisoner, forces officials were taken prisoner in SSC Khatomo control area. They're still there as POWs. Somaliland forces withdrew now area under SSC Khatomo. Firstly. Secondly, Odal state, western part of Somaliland, which is bordered with Djibouti, through which Ethiopia wants to pass to gain access to sea. Where there is the proposed place for the establishment of Ethiopian naval base. It's in Odal state. So Somalia is ready to recognize both Odal and SSC Khatomo controlled areas as two federal member states. Not just these two, but others too. Which other zones? No mention by Ahmed Fiki, but he mentioned these two zones, Odal and SSC Khatomo controlled areas. Basically, he said that any part of Somaliland, any zone, which wants to be a federal member state, Mogadishu is ready to recognize as a federal member state. So Ahmed Fiki wants to split Somaliland in different federal member states. Two he mentioned, others could take advantage as well. But question is, if Hiran zone announces to be a federal member state, will Mogadishu recognize Hiran zone as a federal member state? Will Gaidu be recognized as a federal member state? Will Gulgudud be recognized as a federal member state? I think Ahmed Fiki mainly addressed the disgruntled elements in Somaliland. There are some unionists too in Somaliland, definitely, who are in support of one Somalia, who want to join Somalia. They could be in minority, not a majority. There are some elements. Somalia obviously backs those elements. So Ahmed Fiki today gave a big statement. He gave a message to the groups, to the zones in Somaliland that talk to us. We are here to recognize as federal member states. A federal member state in Somalia has some powers, some rights. Federal member states have their own presidents. They have their own administrative structure. Presidents are very powerful. It's a big development for me. I think Somalia is ready to do whatever it can to create splits in Somaliland to stop the implementation of MOU with Ethiopia and Somaliland. Somalia has realized that MOU implementation is on the cards. It's around the corner, one can say. That is why it should be proactive. It should not just sit idle. Yeah, Kiran, I remember he threatened Abiy a holy war as well. That is why I say he's a hawk. People call him a hawk because he's known for taking very strong anti-Ethiopia positions. And that's why he was appointed as the foreign minister of Somalia. Let's see how, I think it maybe Somalia can expand its administration to SSC Khatomo control areas, but not to Odal. How will Somalia reach Odal? Geographically, Odal is not connected with Somalia. To the north, there is sea. To the east, there is Somaliland. To the west, there is Djibouti. To the south, there is Ethiopia. How will Somalia ensure its administration in Odal? It does not make sense for me. Yes, SSC Khatomo controlled areas can be governed by Somalia. Even that can only happen if Puntland is on board. If I'm not wrong. I think the path to SSC Khatomo controlled areas passes through Puntland. If Puntland is not ready to be part of this game, how will Somalia control SSC Khatomo controlled areas? Am I right? Orom Ticha joined too, says greeting, Mr. Saj. Two more news stories, viewers. Yeah, Portland shares border with Ethiopia with SSC Khatom areas. It's not my wish. I just want to. I'm sharing with you what the minister said. I'm trying to analyze it. Two more news stories from the two are from Ethiopia. Firstly, the impact of the conflict in Amhara region. Conflict between Fano and military since last year. Uprising ongoing. Today, eighth grade exams were held in Amhara region, other parts of Ethiopia as well. In North Shore zone of the Amhara region, only in 14 districts the exam was held. In 9 districts, no exam could be. North Shore zone. So we can say in around 40% of North Shore zone, 8th grade exam could not be uh, given. In Gujam, East Gujam zone of the Amhara region, 38,000 students were supposed to appear for the 8th grade exam today. Only 431 students appeared out of 38,000. And out of 996 schools, primary and secondary schools in East Kojam, only 32 remained open in the last 1 year. Students' future is in danger in the Amhara region. Today's stats shared by Ethiopian government, I mean the zonal governments. They shared these statistics. So it should not be surprising for people now to see that this a conflict is a deadly conflict, not just in terms of people dying, but in terms of the losses being suffered by students, businessmen, women, patients, transporters, etc. What is happening in Oromia? One new story from Oromia showing the impact of the conflict there. Pinche sugar factory is situated in Horogodoro, Valley. The factory manager spoke to a news outlet a few hours ago. He shared details of the factory's capacity, how much factory was able to produce in the last 3 years, how much loss was suffered by the factory. Obviously, the loss was suffered due to security situation. Horogodoro Valley is very volatile area. Clashes erupt here between military and between Ola and Amhara locals here. In the last 3 years, the factory suffered a loss of 4 billion Ethiopian birrs. 4 billion Ethiopian birrs. Factory's daily capacity is 10,000 quintal sugar production, but its ongoing production is nearly half of its capacity. I give you an example of just one factory situated in Horogodoro Valley. So you can imagine the impact of this conflict in Oromia on other factories, other businesses in Horogodoro Valley, Kalam Valley, West Valley, Shoa, parts of East Shoa, North Shoa. You can estimate very well that in both the regional states, Amhara and Oromia, government is facing a challenge. Challenge is not just security challenge; it's an economic challenge too. The way these groups are getting strong and stronger with every passing day, they can disrupt economic activities. When they are able to implement strike calls, it means they can disrupt economic activities. They can disrupt imports. They can disrupt exports. They can do a lot if there is no solution, and no solution is found in coming years. I am not aware of any new development. Someone is asking about Salam Volca. I will let you know if the graphite is returned to their camps. I was able to confirm they're advanced up to Madre. That's what I reported in the last video about ADF's movement across Takaze. So I'll give an update if I am able to find verified information. Muhammad Adan joined to Liberty Media here. Because 20 minutes have passed, I think we should end the live chat session. I had to keep today's live chat short because I joined late. I came late because of some engagements. Tomorrow I'll be back on time. Horn analyst joined too. Yeah, I'm late, Horn. I had some family engagements. Tomorrow I'll be back on time. Thank you for joining the live chat session. Always good to be with you in these live chats. Do give your input about the new card which I mentioned. Somalia is playing against Ethiopia and Somaliland. Those who are from Somalia, those who are from Somaliland, how do they see these new offers by Ahmed Fiki? Somalia's foreign minister. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye bye.